everyone, Chrome Case Theorists here, and I am here with...
Jack.
And...
What?
Perfect. Alright, let's move on to chapter 2. So, Evie said something. Okay. Tell.
Rewind.
Oh, okay. I have something to confess. It concerns your investigation.
A confession? Very well, Evelyn. Let us go to your office. Oh, she is a suspect. Ooh.
Unless the fifth suspect doesn't have an oil stain and is someone we don't know, we'll be arresting someone we've already met.
Yeah. Let's hope it's not Evie.
Ian, I'm sorry I didn't come to you before. As you know, I've released motion pistols and petticoats.
But of course! I've forgotten about that. You must have known our victim.
I did, and as a matter of fact, she was here just this morning before she was brutally murdered.
The victim was here? Evelyn, you should have told us that hours ago!
I know, I'm sorry. I heard Barbara was dead and I panicked. I felt sick with nerves all morning. I couldn't even eat the sprinkled donut I'd bought for my breakfast.
Uh-oh.
Why did you get that for your breakfast?
Yeah, that's, Okay.
Very healthy. Barbara
Yeah.
was really scatterbrained. Maybe she left something behind in my office that could be of help to your investigation. Please look through it at will.
We most certainly will. Kian, let us have a look around. Ooh. She already has one on the board. That's sketchy.
No, I don't want her to be a killer. I like eating.
Tal, what are you doing? Are you scratching something, Tal?
No.
What's that ring just now?
Oh, sorry, sorry.
I wish it was a no.
Okay. Alright, bust. Bust. Go bust. Oh, that's easy! Why is everything bust here? Bust here, right? Champagne? Because no. Yep, it is. Champagne bottle for Barbara. Alright, what do we have? Kian, at least Evelyn didn't lie when she said the victim was prone to leaving things behind. This bust clearly belonged to her. There seemed to be faint black marks on the bust. Perhaps a light dusting could reveal more. And this bottle of champagne has a tag reading, for Barbara. It was clearly a gift to Miss Holdwell. You're right, Kian. There was residue on the bottle. Testing a sample, we could tell us who bought this gift. Kian, as misguided as Evie was, he knew that... What is that?
What is what?
The sound on the mic, sorry. Keeping this information from us, searching her office has brought its share of new leads. Let's get to work. Alrighty. I apologize. Ooh, I just saw 61 watching. Ooh. Alright.
That's cool.
Tal's right, it is cool. It is indeed cool. Alright. Oh, that's
Ooh,
what
something
the
like
hell? I bet you anything because it's about vampires, it's Calum. Someone defaced this bust of our victim, Kian. Whoever they were, their anger at the victim is evident. You're right, Diego will know how to analyze this clue and discover who did this. Let's pass it on to him. Petey, have fun with that, Diego. Excellent, let's bring this up to see what we can all the micro give us our victims admire. Alright. Let's see. Alright, that's done. I'm like it here, whatever. Okay. So, that doesn't help. And the residue on the bottle of champagne being gifted to our victim is soap. Soap seems a generic enough clue to find, but this is Ginger brand soap, a kind of all I've ever seen in City Hall. I don't see what the City Hall would afford some champagne, apart from the mayor himself. Alright, him again. Oh god. It seems the mayor is among the people who knew the victim. Let's seek him out. Ah, why
Wait, we
him?
gotta get to speak with this guy again.
Ah, I don't like Cornelius anymore.
Well, I guess it's official. Well, I guess it's official. Our killer is someone we know because
Yeah,
Jenny doesn't have an oil stain or ink stain.
yeah, I guess at least. And maybe it's not even an instinct. Maybe they're just trolling us. Mayor Castleton, we found this gift you meant to give to Barbara Colwell. Did you know her personally?
Secret Agent Kian, with all due respect, I've just come back from a fishing trip to find my newly appointed deputy mayor was nearly killed. He's babbling something to me about the Rochester staging an uprising, and you come to me with a bottle of champagne.
Mayor, we understand these are dire times, but that champagne is a clue in our investigation of Miss Colwell's murder.
She's been murdered?
Oh, so now you care!
Barbara did a great service to Concordia by nourishing the imaginations of the people. Her work provided Concordians with an escape from everyday life, and I felt it deserved recognition. She shall be missed. And now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to this little problem of attempted assassination.
I like how he's just waving out of this problem. It's like, yeah, I've dealt with worse.
At least it looks like he's doing his job for once.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go get this done, guys, so I will see you back in just a minute. Alright, guys, we're back. That was pretty easy. Let's go talk to Diego.
Kian, judging from this bust, someone was extremely angry with your victim.
With all due respect, Diego, we didn't need your expertise to see that.
Obviously, that's not all I found. A closer look at the brushstroke shows a light wobble to them. The layman might believe the wobble shows a lack of skill with a brush. But I was able to determine that the wobble came from the vandal's body, not their hand. It is clear that the vandal is actually very capable with a paintbrush. There is much artistic frustration in the piece, and the wobble is due to intoxication. So
it's the Kalen dude. Who could... Oh, you're spot on, Kian. Kalen Edwards is both a skilled artist and a drunkard. I believe it's time we had another word with Mr. Edwards. You know, if he wasn't drinking, he'd probably be like a Picasso. Alright, let's talk to
Alright, let's see what Caleb has to say for himself.
Yeah. I like his tie. Caleb, if Barbara Colwell gave you employment, why did you deface a statue of her in such a way?
Blast, you found that? I only did that out of frustration. At first, I was keen on doing work for pistols and petticoats. Ooh. I thought I'd be drawing detectives, monsters, robots, and the free sprinkled donuts in the office were nothing to scoff at. But all Barbara wanted was beefy bimbos, moonstruck maidens, and seductive vampires. I wanted to jab out of my own eyes. So that is the reason behind her defaced bust? You wanted to get revenge on her? Artists have to express their true feelings. In that respect, I think this is some of my best work. If you weren't drunk, it probably would be better. What is that sound? Okay, let's hope your work did not include pushing her out of a window. And speaking of windows, I agree, Kian. We should go back to the crime scene. Alright, so we eat sprinkled donuts. You know, let's eat sprinkled donuts. Humans.
The killer is Homer Simpson.
Alright, that's it. I have to ban you. It's your It's only a joke. I have to be mad.
That's boring.
No, it's boring too.
It is boring, yeah.
Boring is boring. I can't. Okay, there we go. Where's the stopwatch? Sorry, trying to move us around a little bit. Alright, anyways, let's keep going. Oh, yeah. That's what I see. Alright. Kian, judging by its gaudiness, this handbag couldn't have belonged to anyone but our victim. Let's see if it contains any important clues. And you're right. This must be the notepad in which our killer wrote that fake suicide letter. The header is identical. The notepad is covered in some strange crystalline substance. I agree, we had better collect some of it. It's true, it's true. Alrighty. We'll do the notepad first. Alright. Barbara Colwell. Signature. Keen, the only thing in those hidden by those crystals was the victim's signature. And since we know the killer wrote the fake suicide letter on this notepad, it's safe to assume they first practiced forging the victim's signature. If Viola can identify the granular substance you collected from the paper, we can learn more about our killer.
Hey, if I suddenly, disconnect, then it's because my internet just suddenly...
Ah, okay. Yep. Alright, we got something. Kian, why was the victim carrying a wedding cake topper in her handbag? I understand it's customary for a bride and groom to keep fingers from atop their wedding cake as a memento of their happy occasion, but why would she have burnt it? You're right, perhaps it's jumping to conclusions. We should have a closer look at the names of the base. Cloaker. Yeah. Alrighty. John. Oh, John Jenny. Ah, John Jenny. I don't get this. Seems confusing me. curious. The names on the wedding cake topper are John and Jimmy. This clearly did not belong to our victim after all. But right, Kian, we know a Ginny. We shall have to speak with Miss Farnsworth again. Ooh.
Oh no, not the creepy girl.
Yay, you get to do the creepy girl again.
No.
Tao doesn't like the creepy girl. Miss Farnsworth. Oh, it's Farnsworth. Oops. She's a fan and her last name is Farnsworth. Wow. Alright. Miss Farnsworth, Secret Agent Kian and I were wondering what the victim was doing with your wedding cake topper.
I sent that to Barbara as a present. I'm glad to see she received it.
Ah, did you send it before or after it was set on fire?
Oh, I set it on fire before I sent it to show her what I thought of her romantic advice. What? See, I wrote to her to complain about my husband, well, ex-husband. She told me to leave the bum. Well, I did just that. I left him. Divorce papers filed, wedding ring worn, finished. And what happened next? The value of his business goes to me. Now he's worth millions. Following that woman's advice was the worst decision of my life. All I've done since is cry and eat donuts thinking of all that money.
Wow.
At first I drafted a strongly worded letter using the components of composition to ensure I was communicating my message effectively. Then it occurred to me, burn the cake topper and just send that. Now there's a clear message.
Ooh. Fierce.
Clear message.
Alright, anyways.
Cue another intermission.
Yep. I'll have another intermission. I gotta go finish this up, but see you guys back in just a minute. What's going on, everyone? And we're back. So, let's just finish this off. Pray tell, Viola, were you able to identify the crystals Kian collected from the killer's practice scribblings?
Am I saying this?
Yes.
Yes.
I was, and let me tell you, this substance is definitely for the faint of heart.
What? I'm sorry, I don't follow you.
The grains are a mixture of ammonium carbonate and eucalyptus oil. Basically, they're smelling
That was what Ginny was using earlier.
I think it was, at least.
Smelling salts are used to increase one's alertness, as well as to cure fainting spells.
Yes, Kian, I do recall Miss Farnsworth fainting when we first spoke to her, and she used smelling salts to recover.
Even smelling salts could also serve someone preparing to commit an act of murder should they need that extra jolt of energy.
You heard it, Kian. There's yet another clue to help us sniff out our killer. Oh my god.
Guys, I think I just realized that the killer could actually be Verushka.
It could, yeah. I hope it's not EVIE. Kian, Eleanor Halstead is still at large, the Rochesters are plotting to take over Concordia, and we're still nowhere closer to solving Barbara Colwell's murder. Mayor Castleton and Evelyn are low list of suspects, though it would have been nice if Evelyn had volunteered her information a bit sooner. By contrast, Mr. Edwards and Miss Farnsworth are rather dodgy, but... Oh.
Secret Agent Kian, they wouldn't let me on board, but I snuck by. I need your help. You have to lock me up.
He's crazy. Lock you up? Why ever would we do that?
Because I'm cursed!
Oh, I'm cursed! Yeah, I've heard that before.
I can confirm I'm the curse.
When is it not?
Yeah, what isn't cursed these days? But anyways, guys, that is going to finish off Chapter 2, so I will see you guys back for Chapter 3. This is Keenan from the Chrome Case Theorists with...
Jack?
And...
Tell your line.
Okay. And Tal. See you guys in the next video.